We track storms to alert you first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
Well, welcome back, my friends. It is the calm before the storm. 2 storms in this case. That's right. We got multiple rounds of a big, potentially historic storm coming our way. I know I have a smile on my face, but I'm not necessarily happy about it. First look at Albert Lee here, and we can see that maybe a few sprinkles starting to come down. The snow, the heavier part of it, is still yet to come, but we are starting to see evidence of that moisture beginning to move in. But these temperatures also staying on the cooler side. So if you are headed out the door right now, grab the coat. It is 11 degrees in Rochester. We have warmed up a little bit in Owatonna, now sitting at 10, 12 in Albert Lee, 16 in Mason City, a little warmer in Charles City as well at 18. These temperatures, though, remain in the teens, right around that 10-degree mark, but will slowly warm up a little bit as the day goes on. Of course, the biggest story isn't about the temperatures, at least not right now. It's about round 1 coming our way. So it is already beginning to move in. Places like Mason City probably seeing a few sprinkles as well. And it is carrying on from west to east. So slowly this is going to continue to encompass the area. The potential for heavy snow starts to get our way as we head later on into the day. As for round 2, well, that is still developing to the south of us. Right now, not a lot of activity going on, but give it some time because this is going to be the main event, the one that brings us the majority of the snowfall, not to mention the possibility for some sleet, a wintry mixture. So let's try to time some of this out. Sky Tracker 3 picking up on a little of the activity that was happening now just about an hour from here, and we can see that it continues to spread to the east. Where we're seeing some of the darker blues is where the heavier of the snow can be found. Now this will continue as we head into the evening hours as well. Maybe a few pockets of snow taking a break, but it's just not necessarily going to stop for a lot of us here as we get into early morning Wednesday. This is around 12 a.m., midnight. But as we head later on into Wednesday morning, we might be left with a few isolated spots of snow, but this is around 7 a.m., giving a chance for plows to catch up before round 2 heads in. And round 2, as mentioned, could be potentially very messy, especially across North Iowa. This is around 10 a.m. on Wednesday, already beginning to move in from the south. Heavy snow, some of those dark blues embedded in there, as well as the pink, indicating that we could see that wintry mixture. Some of us maybe more sleet, some of us maybe more of the snowfall. It's a tricky system. By 3 p.m. it continues all the way as we head into Thursday. So here it is, the winter weather alerts. A lot of text going on here, but basically where we're seeing the pink is where we expect to see the biggest impacts other than the red, the blizzard warning, which can be found just to the northwest of us. In Iowa, significant impacts could happen with heavy snow anywhere from 4 to 12 or more inches. Depends on how much sleet we see. Meanwhile, in Minnesota, 10 to 20 or more inches of snowfall possible. Plus, we've got blowing winds. There's so much going on with this system. By the time we get into Wednesday evening, we could get some pretty bad whiteout conditions as gusts reach near 50 miles per hour in places like Austin. So here's round 1. How much snowfall can we expect from the system now into Wednesday morning? A lot of us could be seeing anywhere from 3 to 6 inches. It gets less the further south we go. But now let's talk about the total. Tuesday through Thursday. How much snowfall could we see? Well, a lot of us in that 15 to 20 plus range. And then it gets trickier the further south we go as we start to see those sleet conditions. Whew, so here it is, the 7-day forecast where the weekend is always in view. We have Wednesday and Thursday in the red for obvious reasons. This is going to cause some major impacts on roadways, especially when the wind starts picking up, blowing around all this fresh snow, not to mention the sheer totals that we've got currently in the forecast. So it is one to prepare for and to watch.
Definitely. Got a little winded there because there's a lot to cover.
So much to cover, Annalise. Oof.
Thank you, Sarah.